Hey, welcome guys, it's Niall here. Today I'm bringing you a YouTube video, a reaction video. Like I said in my YouTube channel description, I'll be doing three types of videos, pretty much just vlogs, reaction videos, and some gaming videos. Now, and the game is going to be the same. It's going to be Maple Story. So, this is a reaction video on this guy, Snowy. I gotta put this a little right here. So he has this new.
Now open in your neighborhood.
Maybe we'll just put this down here. Actually,
hand off your taxes to an expert today.
So we're gonna check out his video. It's called ATV Offroad Fury.
100% accuracy.
Offroad Fury retrospective. What does it add
Valentine's Day is coming up fast, so I stopped by CVS to put together Valentine's baskets for my teammates.
About Valentine's Day.
I love that CVS has.
One thing I really miss.
So we're gonna hear his perspective, and honestly, my take is I love this game. Okay, this was one of my favorite games as well. When I was younger, I played the hell out of ATV Offroad Fury 2. I said earlier, I played it because there was a large sense of adventure, linked to the game. Where, you're in the early 2000s, you just got digitalized, technology released, and there's these high-flying acrobatic characters, and they're very cool, and they're wearing cool outfits. They're a part of a cool team. They have these fast bikes. They're on these, very intricately designed, unique outdoor terrains with unique backgrounds and tracks. And there's competition there. There's a degree of risk, and it's adventurous. It's sort of mysterious. It's very bold, and it's very exhilarating and exciting, right? So this captured my attention when I was young. High flying tricks, cans, the backflips or 360 twists, whatever. All these amazing tricks, and this was more before the dirt bike games came out. This was more like the ATV vibes. I know there was MX versus ATV All Out and stuff like that, but this is strictly about ATV Offroad Fury 3. So that's kind of what this video is on. It's going to be on this video, and I'm going to pause it whenever I want and put my little input or just react to it or live, whatever. But very, very cool. I got into it on ATV Offroad Fury, the first one for PlayStation 2. And as they started adding more, I think this one became available even on the PlayStation 3. I'm not 100% on that, but let's watch the video. I'm going to be eating a little bit as well, so let's do it.
Is ATV Offroad Fury. It was amazing, and I wish they would bring them back. I would love to see a PS5 ATV Offroad Fury 5. Unfortunately, we're left with shells of games when it comes to this franchise. Some of the people who used to make them, Rainbow Studios, kind of did their own thing. Eventually, they did the MX versus ATV games, and I liked MX versus ATV Untamed, but ever since that one game, I did not like them. I do not like the new MX versus ATV games. I think they're really bad. I think they missed the whole point of what made me love these games. What made me love them? The music, the charm, and fun open sandboxes. Everything that I've listed, I feel like Forza Horizon does better. I think Forza Horizon is the ATV Offroad Fury I long for in some sense. They're very different games. All the ATV Offroad Fury games, I think 3 is my favorite. I think 3 does.
And he mentions a really good point is when we become too rigid, in a structure, right? When it's an open sandbox, I mean, look at all the land that you can traverse. This is what I'm talking about. It's adventurous, where you don't really know what's gonna happen next. But when you put a dog in a cage, it's not a very open structure. But if you put him in a backyard, it's a more open structure. So I think that's kind of what he's referring to here, and I agree with him. Yeah.
Does everything the best. The soundtrack, the minute you start the game, you got classic songs from Slipknot and other bands that helped shape my music for the future, and I still listen to the bangers that are in Offroad Fury. So there's training. Training is pretty boring. It's just a tutorial teaching you how to drive, but honestly, there's not really a point in doing it. You just pick the game up and play it. But I do love the loading screens. It looks like a little AA battery, and I like that. Graphically speaking, I absolutely love the graphics of this game. The graphics to me of this game
really
is a lot like Hamburger Helper on like a cold
They're
day.
actually much better than
the spot.
the
It's just
earlier
comfort food.
ATVs.
The way the lighting is, the way the shadows are,
I agree with
the
them.
textures. Is it the best ever? No, but it just has like this charm of of kind of being realistic, but kind of just being its own little thing. And I wish more games had this style of graphics, where it was just kind of a mix of both. It didn't have to be like ultra realistic, but also like it's enough to make you get a feel for things. The training mode's pretty dumb, so I don't really recommend it. It just teaches you how to play the game, but I hate tutorials. The game does have a single player mode where you go through and do a bunch of races to earn money. Part of the issue when it comes to Rainbow Studios is that they think their bread and butter is the racing, and I would honestly disagree with that. I think racing makes a part of the game. It's 50% of the game. I think the other 50% is just fun exploration and exploring, and that's what drives me crazy about more modern MX versus ATV games is the fact that they think it's all about racing. Look at when they brought back the throwback DLC packs. They didn't actually bring the big open world maps. They brought only the racing, and I was hoping that they would actually have the open world maps because I would love to go buy that and actually have them. But if it's just going to be circuit races, maybe I'm just a noob to these games, but I just look at them and say it's another round track. I love the open world exploration.
I agree with
the
them.
Racing is fun, don't get me wrong, it's different. I love racing games, I love Gran Turismo, I love Forza. Each racing game has to have a reason for it to exist. If these games are only racing, then I don't really like them. That's one thing that the older games do better, is that they realized it was a complete package. It's like buying Call of Duty and only getting multiplayer, or only getting campaign, or only getting zombies. Like there has to be a reason
feels
for
like
it to
something's missing
exist.
when
And
we
when I
do
look
that.
at ATV Offer Fury games, they gave you a reason. The single player had free ride, and it had doing the races to earn money. The
That
split
was
screen mode
hilarious.
gave you, again, free ride and more
He's
racing
laughing
to do
too,
for
that's
free,
why
but it
I
also
love
gave
it.
you mini games. And so to me, when I look at the older games, the reason why I love them so much is that it gave you exploration and it also gave you the races. It was the best of both worlds. Where the new games, they don't really like to give you that open world in the same way the old ones did. What this game kind of like excels at doing is just you pick what you want to do. There's tons of things to do, and I just like doing free ride and just where you just race around. The game also has semi-realistic stuff too.
Wow,
so
it's only been 3 minutes. It's felt like an eternity. My goodness. The way this guy has layered the information succinctly and put his ideas together and given like pretty concrete examples based on what we're seeing. He's made a lot of analogies. He's made a lot of comparisons. He's already done so many different dialogues. So I guess my take so far is I agree with his perspective on the graphics. I agree with his perspective on the style of the game, where it's open world or where it's not. I agree with him on the tonality, the charm. There is a sort of a very easy feeling to the game that I can also appreciate. It's not like I'm in some simulation. Like it's just ultra real, and I know it's like there's a part of me that wants to work out that it's a video game. There's a part of me that wants to just believe that it's like it's not, and then I feel it, and I'm like, wow, it's a video game. Instead of just seeing perfect freaking graphics on the screen and being like, yeah, like this is just like one of the higher quality video games. Like I don't want to have to look at a screen and just think, yeah, this is obviously clearly a high quality video game. Like I don't really care that much, So that's really what it is.
On like a snowy map, then you need to change your tires and have snow tires. Each has this benefit of some are good for sand, some are good for dirt, some are good for ice or snow. And so you kind of got to figure out where you're trying to go. So for instance, in the snow map, you may want to choose a snow tire, or you may want to choose an ice tire. An ice tire may actually give you better results than it would be on snow. And so you kind of have to think ahead of what you're trying to do to get the best results. What the game, I think, gives a lot is just vibes. And I don't really like that term, but it's just vibes. You're just vibing. This is what you do. You go, you get yourself some drinks, and you just vibe to this game. I think that's the best thing to do, and you just have fun with your mates. You just do a bunch of tricks and just explore. There's tons of little things to look at in the map. Try to find where